Greetings, YouTube shave fans, super curve honing fans, type 2 diabetes rescued by keto fans, and carnivore fans. I'm here to do a shave today. It is December the 9th in 2023. I'm doing a shave because I need it, and I'm going to a Christmas type party with a neighbor down the road. At a neighbor's down the road, he has a converted barn, and we get invited to it every year. It's a very nice affair. And I smoked up some chuck roasts on the Weber Smoky Mountain yesterday and pulled that all apart. That'll be my contribution. So the shave today, straight razor shave again. I elected to use my Bluesman blades. This is a unique custom razor made by Victor Creazzi. Okay, he has this unique shape. Although it looks like I saw somewhere where Dovo has a new blank that they are using, where they taper in the edges similar to what this one is. I think I may have asked Victor at one time, or maybe I read somewhere, why does he have the unique shape? Well, it has something to do with when you close that and how it hits and stops in the scales. It is his signature shape. This particular piece is made from 52-100, which is a ball bearing steel. It is a high carbon steel. It is the steel of choice for the famed knife maker Bob Kramer. And I have some kitchen knives that are 50. I don't have a Kramer knife because I don't necessarily like they're a little bit wider than I like at the heel. But I wish I did. Okay, I wish I had one of his custom knives. Okay, but Kramer knives are kind of expensive. Anyhow, I do have some kitchen knives made 52-100 steel. I find them exceptional in terms of the longevity of the edge, number one. And number two, I find them, in spite of, let's call it a hardness, okay, and I don't know what the Rockwell hardness is on this, but the durability, let me change that from hardness to durability. Balance of the durability of the edge, I find it very, very good and very, very easy to hone, in spite of the fact that it is very, very durable. For instance, many people subscribe to the reputation that Tiarza Sard has, that they have wonderful duration in their edges, and the edges that you achieve, but they are difficult to hone. And I don't know, I hone them up. But and I do seem to think they last longer. Okay, so I'm using the soap of the day is Stirling Piacenza, which is an Italian citrus type scent. I'm trying to think. I cannot remember what the homage to on the famous thing is. I'm using the big Stirling High Mountain White brush. I have previously done a pre-shave with Pro Rasso, and I whipped up way more lather. I used, these big brushes have the tendency to be soap hogs, and probably use too much soap, and I'll probably wind up washing a whole bunch of stuff down the drain, but I'm not concerned about that. Soap's cheap. So even though I work this up in a bowl, I use my fine accoutrements bowl with the handle, and sometimes I think the final finishing of a lather is just with a stroke like this of a brush back and forth, where it's smoothing it out. I don't know how much working this up, especially when you put a pre-shave on ahead of time, how much does that actually help in the shave? I don't know. I don't have too much. I got a bunch of soaps, but I don't have too much trouble with any soaps here in this house with this water. So this week, yesterday I had my doctor's appointment. I think I talked about it. On my last shave, I talked about it, and it was a nice appointment. This doctor, he's in his 70s, and got long hair, he's like a hippie. He and I have a very close birthday, but he's 5 years older than I am. It was good. It was a good meet and greet type thing, and he ordered some blood tests to do some things, and I explained to him why I discontinued some of the medications that kept me in pain and kept me fat and that kind of stuff, and I think gave me diabetes. Okay. Anyhow, he put some nice notes in his notes, and I kind of like that, and I'm anxious to see how things go. And I did ask him, why is it that you're the only doctor around here taking new patients? He kind of chuckled. He said, well, I wanted to retire in August. And I was set up to retire, and I guess he was letting his patients know and let them go, planning on to move into retirement. And then the medical group that he's part of, and he's in a house, converted house. On a main street not far from here, main street in a town not far from here. And this razor is nice in the shape here to get under the nose with that type of stroke. I like that. And I'm not sure if that particular place is his property, personal property or not, and it may be, and he was going to maybe sell it as it's listed with with the medical affiliation group that he's part of, with their sign out there. And could be that it's his, and part of the deal is that he's selling it to them, but they told him, well, you can't retire because we don't have any other physicians in the area. There's nobody in there, and you can't retire. So maybe they held him hostage to keep them on a little bit longer till they get, and he said, well, I'll stay on, till you get somebody and you train them, and, maybe it's a financial bean counter type of thing where, with them acquiring the property from him, I'm guessing I may at some time ask him, where, because it's like, if you're going to retire, how can they say you can't retire? But he doesn't have a lot of hours in his schedule, but he does work 5 days a week. Anyhow, it could be that since they don't have a doctor to move into that office, there's some bean counter somewhere saying, okay, we can't buy this property. We cannot absorb this if there's no doctor there. So that's kind of interesting. Oh, the one thing I forgot to say about this particular razor from Bluesman Blades, and razors in general, when I took up straight shaving, it was my intention to, or my choice, whereas what I wanted to do was kind of just focus on modern manufactured straight razors that anybody could buy. Okay, I was not not of the mindset to buy high-end custom razors or to buy nice vintage razors, or I just wanted to buy stuff that anybody could buy, where you could buy on online, or which really, razors today, you almost have to buy them online. But at some point in time, I decided I wanted to have a couple of custom razors. And I have 2 custom-made razors. This was not made to my spec. The other one was made to my spec from River Razors. This was something that Victor made and had in stock, and I had seen him post on his things, razors like this with the 52-100. I think he used to prefer a different tool steel for what he calls a monosteel razor. He does do another one of his trademarks is a Sanmai forge welded razor, in which there's a layered steel in the beginning, and there's the core steel which comes down and would be on the edge. So they're very beautiful pieces. Artisan made pieces, very beautiful. me, I'm not big on the flash in the pan. And if he catches this, don't anybody take offense at that. I love nice stuff too, but for me, my whole thing was functionality. But if you should have an interest in, you can look up on the web, Bluesman blades. And he makes these, I guess this is a side thing, a hobby thing for him, where he makes these things, and he shaves with them, and sometimes he'll make something and he'll just keep shaving with it until somebody wants to buy it. He's a skilled honer, and any razor, if you are of the mindset that you wish to be a straight razor shaver and not, I'm an advocate that if you straight razor shave, you should learn to hone your own razors. Should be part of it, my opinion. Okay, but there's not everybody wants to do that. Wants to spend the time and the money, and just not everybody wants to do that. But this would be a good option to make sure you have a sharp blade, because he will, for the cost of the postage or the shipping back and forth, he will rehone this for free. So I guess that's for as long as he lives. Unless you get somebody to take over for him. But he's a very good honer. And that was another reason that I wanted to and I'm getting lather up my nose. That was another reason I wanted to buy a razor from him, was because he's a nice guy. He's just a very, everything I've ever seen him publish in his writings on forums that has, very gentlemanly. And while he does not subscribe to my particular honing method, which is off of a curved stone, he does understand it. And the reason behind that, there's no need to it, because as a custom razor maker, he tries to, he makes sure everything is really, really in good shape. And some of the characteristics of production razors don't really come out, because everything he makes is a one-off. This is one of the razors. I've not rehoned this. I don't see a need to yet. I do strap this on a flat paddle strap, because sometimes my curvy straps, if you can see the curve, okay, don't necessarily reach the edge, but it's not that important. The important thing is that you're working, my opinion, and then when you're strapping, you'll work, well, you don't really aggravate the edge too much, and that's where if you were taking a strop and you were allowing too much of a sag go in it, that can stress. I believe that stresses the apex. So I do strop this on Tiers. I don't think Tiers makes these. I forget the name of the French company that makes them. Tiers sells them. But it's a paddle strop. Got myself a little bit there. So this is a bellied hollow grind. I personally think, I'm not a knife grinder or a razor grinder, but this is like a belly hollowed. You can see the line on there, and I don't know if you can see the slight widening. Let's see if I can get in there. Slight widening in that area right there. Okay, from the end. A lot of times on traditionally made razors, from German-made razors, French-made razors, some of what that happens is you can see the videos. They have these double grinders where you're double grinding wheels, and you're moving this in and back and forth, and then a final grinding is done on a small wheel. There's videos that show that in more than one razor maker. But for a gentleman to use a single wheel grinder, grind one side and then grind another side, I view that as a very difficult task to do. And certainly, somebody's doing it. They're doing it for the love of it, and then selling these for a very reasonable and competitive price. I don't think anybody that does stuff like this is doing so they can retire early. Okay, so That's a quality shave right there. Quality shave. Quality straight razor shave. Use a little bit of alum, I expect to, right there. Hopefully I'll seal off the little bit of damage I've done. Hate to go to a party and have this blood here. What'd you do? Well, I cut myself shaving with a straight razor. Okay. So, alum block. Good feel from that. Rinse that off. Use a little bit of the Stirling unscented balm glacial. Small dab of that. So it's probably getting long enough, far enough along in the day, today being Saturday, that I got to go to the party, and it won't be till after the party or sometime tonight when I get this uploaded, maybe tomorrow, I don't really know. Using Stirling Piacenza Aftershave. There are other makers that have I think this is a take on Aqua di Parma. I think that's what this is. I think. And there are other makers who have done a similar scent, an homage, if you will, to that. My one powder thing seems to be getting sticky. So I have this other powder thing, so. Not sure which talc I put in there. So that's the shave. Just a little bit quicker than usual. A little bit of talk. Hope everybody has a fine what's left of the weekend, or a fine week whenever you catch this. I'm wearing this ugly looking shirt because I'm going to change into something else. So, this is Bill. Hoping everybody has great shaves. Good week. Take care. Bill out. Bye.